Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. This channel is home of a college football video every single day. I don't miss a day. Well, yesterday I did a video on all the teams that I've been correct about so far. So today, it's time for the video about the teams I've been way wrong about so far. And to my surprise, I came up with 15 teams. 15 teams I've been wrong about. Are you kidding me? Number 15, Tennessee. I had Tennessee finishing at the very bottom of the SEC East, only above Vanderbilt. But so far, they're 4-2 with the 7th best offense in the nation. Are you kidding me? I didn't see that coming. They're 4-2 and their remaining toughest games. It is a tough schedule remaining. They get number 13 Ole Miss at home, at number 5 Alabama, at number 11 Kentucky, and number 1 Georgia at home. But even with that tough schedule, they could still finish the season 6-6 and get to a bowl. Man, was I wrong about Tennessee. Number 14, USC, the Trojans. I had USC at least getting to 10 wins, maybe 11-1, winning the Pac-12 South, and contending for the Pac-12 championship. Nope, not even close on that one. So far, they've lost to Stanford, Oregon State, and Utah at home. All those are home losses. So with a 3-3 record, their toughest games at number 14 Notre Dame, at number 18 Arizona State, UCLA, and number 19 BYU. USC could finish the season 5-7. Talk about being wrong. That's about as wrong as it gets. But it gets worse. Number 13, Washington. I had Washington winning the Pac-12 North and also contending for the Pac-12 championship. Well, so far they're 2-3 with losses to Montana, at Michigan, at Oregon State. Here's their toughest games remaining. UCLA at Stanford, number 9 Oregon, and number 18 Arizona State. Washington could also finish 5-7, and that's if they don't get beat by an even lesser team. It could be worse than 5-7. Number 12, San Jose State. They're 3-3 so far. I had San Jose State winning the Mountain West, going 11-1. That's not happening. And they still have some tough games left. Number 24, San Diego State at Nevada, Fresno State. San Jose State could finish 6-6, barely limping into a bowl. Staying in the Mountain West, Boise State. I had them finishing right behind San Jose State. But right now, they're 3-3. Their toughest games remaining at Fresno State, Air Force, at number 24, San Diego State. They could also finish 6-6 and barely get to a bowl. So the two teams that I had finishing at the top of the Mountain West, looks like they're barely going to get to a bowl. Number 10, BYU. I had BYU falling off a cliff this year. I've been way wrong about BYU. They're actually 5-1. They do have some tough games remaining. At Baylor, at Washington State, and not so tough. Virginia at home, that could be tough, and at USC. Honestly, worst case scenario, BYU finishes 8-4. But I think they could finish 10-2. That's completely different from what I had them. You're definitely proving me wrong, BYU. Number 9, Wisconsin. Oh my goodness. Complete utter failure with Wisconsin. I had them winning the Big Ten West. They're 2-3 right now. They still have to play Army, at Purdue, number 2 Iowa, at Rutgers, Northwestern Nebraska, at Minnesota. So not a terrible remaining schedule. So even with that fairly easy schedule remaining, they're still probably going to finish 7-5. Way worse than what I predicted them to finish. Thanks, Badgers. Number 8, the Baylor Bears. I had Baylor finishing near the bottom of the Big 12. Well, right now they're 5-1, and their toughest games remaining are all at home. Number 19 BYU, number 25 Texas, and number 4 Oklahoma all have to go to Waco. Baylor has the potential of going 11-1. That's about as opposite from my prediction as you can get. Number 7 Memphis. I had high hopes for Memphis. I thought they were going to have a 10-win season. That's officially mathematically incorrect because they're 3-3. Their 3 losses, UTSA, at Temple, at Tulsa, so they've lost to some bad teams. They still have at UCF, number 23 SMU, and at Houston. So Memphis could finish 6-6, barely getting to a bowl. Moving on to number 6, Michigan State. I had them finishing at the very bottom of the Big Ten East. Wrong answer. They're actually undefeated right now. Their toughest games, number 8 Michigan, at number 6 Ohio State, and number 7 Penn State. Worst case scenario, Michigan State finishes 9-3. That's still way better than what I had them finishing. Was there anybody besides some delusional Michigan State fans out there that was predicting Michigan State to be a top 10 team this year? I didn't see it. I admit I was completely wrong about Michigan State. Thanks a lot, Spartans. You made Golden Blue Dude look like an idiot. Next up, number 5, Iowa State. We all know that Iowa State gets off to a bad start every stinking year, but this year is different. I mean, they could still build momentum and get better, but they look bad. I had Iowa State with only 1 loss this year, finishing 2nd in the Big 12. That's not going to happen. They still got games against number 12 Oklahoma State, at West Virginia, number 25 Texas, and at number 4 Oklahoma. Not really worried about the road trip to West Virginia, but you never know. Worst case scenario right now, 6-6. I don't think they'll finish 6-6, maybe 8-4, but that doesn't make me feel any better. I was still completely incorrect about Iowa State. Number 4, North Carolina. I had North Carolina going 11-1, winning the Coastal, and maybe giving Clemson a scare. Nope, that's not happening. So far, they're 3-3. Remaining tough games at number 14, Notre Dame, number 16, Wake Forest, at Pitt, and at number 22, NC State. North Carolina could finish 5-7. Number 3 is Wake Forest. They're actually ranked number 16 in the nation. I had them finishing dead last in the Atlantic. Right now, they're undefeated 6-0. Toughest remaining games, number 22, NC State, at Clemson, at Boston College. Even if they lost all 3 of those games, 9-3. But Wake Forest could actually go undefeated. You talk about being wrong, that's wrong. Number 2, Clemson. Yeah, I thought Clemson was a playoff team. I had them going undefeated, beating Georgia. Yeah, I was wrong about that prediction. Right now, they're 3-2, and they lost to Georgia, and they've also lost to NC State. They do have some tough games remaining. At Syracuse, number 16, Wake Forest, at Pitt. Clemson could finish 7-5. 7-5! Who saw that coming? Definitely not me. Number 1, the team that I've been the wrongest about so far, my team, West Virginia. I thought West Virginia could go either 8-4, 9-3, or 10-2. Nope. Right now, they're 2-4. And at one point, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we had a loss on the road to Maryland and a loss on the road to Oklahoma. We were 2-2. Things were still looking good. But then we lost to a bad Texas Tech team at home, and then we got blown out on the road to Baylor. Now things are looking really, really bad. We still got to play number 25 Texas, number 12 Oklahoma State, at TCU, and at Kansas State. West Virginia could finish 3-9. 3-9. Even if we go 3-9. We have a great recruiting class next year. There are some things that can be fixed. It's not beyond the point of no return. We just extended him, and that would set West Virginia back another 5 years. So no, it's not the time to fire Neil Brown. But this could be a historically bad season for West Virginia. Not gonna lie about that. So there you go, 15 teams that Golden Blue Dude was completely wrong about. So that's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.